right, take a look. It's partially assembled. Today I felt the desire to put it together in a logical sense. So it's certainly not bolted. I've just put it together just to kind of really see how much space I have to work with. I still need to paint the walls. I mean, why didn't I paint the walls before I started assembling that? Would have been great. At least I could have just painted that section and call it good, but I hate having to mix paint just for a little batch. So I just want to get this thing done, at least painted in one sitting when I start. So yeah, none of that stuff is like bolted together, and it still has like, the locker still has a little transport casters on it. Still gotta switch those around. I gotta buy swivel casters. I can't stand fixed casters. And then this thing has, I mean, I've identified it before, where the garage obviously slopes, and then you have that much room there. So clearly the top one, like none of those top chests or whatever, it doesn't have anything in there, for that very reason of I don't want to put anything up there heavy. So it's just empty, and as you notice, I kind of pushed it back just so it can be as far back as possible. I didn't do this by myself. I got some help. I told my buddy to come over to help me, or asked him, I didn't tell him, but I asked him to come over, and we were able to like lift this one, I think it's like 150 pounds or something, up there, get it up. We're both of us are about 6 foot tall. So we were able to manhandle that one, get it up there. We got about chest height with this one, and I was the first one to say, all right, let's put it down. So I was excited to try out my new OTC crane, which reaches a ceiling, the 11 foot, 9 foot ceiling in here, depends on where you're standing. That boom extends all the way up and touches. So I was able to put a strap under it and hoist it up while he kind of, you know, held one end so it didn't seesaw, and got it up there, rested on top, and then unhooked it. But that thing is amazing, man. You don't need to be pulling engines or big trucks or whatever, but look at it, that thing closes up so nice. Like I will be able to park my car in here, and it's gonna be in line with everything and out of the way. Like even the handle. The only thing that sticks out is this handle, which I guess I gotta watch for. But yeah, it's amazing. I love it. And then the only thing that was wrong with it is I just needed to bleed the air out of it. And then, sorry, I got a dry cough, but I'm gonna replenish the fluid in there. But I mean, it's working so far. So whenever I get to it, and then like I said, I gotta like grease up all the fittings so it doesn't make all that noise. I really love the provided chain or hook they provide. It has this positive lock-in engagement here, but I just hook it up here just so I don't lose it or misplace it. I gotta get to drywall eventually in the house, but all this stuff is gonna get cleaned up. Most of these larger pieces of stuff are gonna get moved into the closet over there. Once I get all the blow molded cases into the lockers, I will move this stuff into that closet, because stuff that I don't use on the regular, so I can kind of tuck that stuff in there in the back, like even the spring compressor and stuff. So I'm thinking about getting one of those ideal car lift, single post lift, and that's the only side that I can fit it on. It's gonna be pretty tight. but I'm not sure if I will get it, just based on the space. This wall has this stupid cutout for, I think it's for the electrical box on the opposite side, but it's just like huge. And then, I mean, you got the garage tracks in the way, so that stuff would need to be positioned up here, like the column. So yeah, and then obviously I would have to kind of park over it, which I don't really drive my Acura that much, so it would be like, once I park it, just leave it for a while. Still gotta put a door on the outside, finish the rest of the floor right here. So I'm thinking about getting, I'm not sure, Harbor Freight has a sale right now. It goes on until tomorrow, I think. And this is why I really wanted to set this up, just so I can see the space I have. Clearly I don't want to block entrance to the house. My wife would be probably pretty pissed if she can't like get through that door. Those boxes, they're gonna go eventually once I put up the backsplash. So there will be adequate space there. It's certainly, yeah, we'll have to make do. It's probably gonna be a shoe rack or something that's gonna be replaced right there. And then there's a mat. So this thing came with a 73-inch mat, which was for the box. So I'm gonna get a mat to put on top of that. So yeah, get a mat to put on top of that thing so I can put stuff on top of it, because clearly it's definitely not gonna stay there empty. Talking about the thing itself, like leaning away from the wall. Luckily I already identified that, but today, I mean, I had all these locked up when I was moving them, but when I went to open it, luckily I was standing right there, because most of these drawers came sliding forward, which could have been pretty dangerous. So got to keep that locked up. So what I'm gonna have to end up doing is, I'm gonna have to shim the wheels to get it balanced or level. So I'll just probably use a couple pieces of ply or something. And I'll shim all the wheels. I'll use my jack to jack it up, ensure that it's level, and do that. And then for additional storage, this jack is probably not gonna be there because it's just gonna be inconvenient. Additional storage, I'm gonna build like a tray or what have you to slide up under, you know, especially the bigger toolbox. And I can, you know, throw my larger like suspension tools and stuff in there. And then I can put the lighter stuff up top. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I might put a handle, when I bolt all this stuff together, I might put a handle up here and on the opposite side, and then attach a strap, like a safety anchor to the wall studs, you know, just for tip consideration. So that's definitely something that I'll do. I really love my, what do you call it? Mueller-Kepps table here. It certainly gets in the way. It doesn't really have a fancy place to store it, but luckily I can just position it under my car, which doesn't get moved a lot. So there's that. But it comes in really handy. That's like my cart, if you will. All these fluids and stuff, like I said, I'm thinking about getting, I really don't know if I should get a bottom 56 with a top 56, and then obviously I'll definitely get an overhead 56, or get 2 side lockers, put them side by side, so it'd be like 3 side lockers on this side, and 56 overhead. I do like the side lockers. I think they have way more space and they're way more versatile than the drawers. Like these drawers, unless you're gonna put like small stuff in there, like this one is the most versatile one, this big one, and then those 3 at the bottom. Like this power drawer stuff, it's just, yeah, I'm pretty sure I could use it. It's just, I'm probably, and then for the price point, I don't know. I might just go with the lockers for now and then see. If I get rid of that box, I'll certainly get like a 56 or something. But I'd have to get rid of that box first before I get another 56. I think I'll end up going to Harbor Freight tomorrow and purchasing the 2 additional lockers and a top 56, because 28, that's 56. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. What else is there?